Hey guys, here at Street Freaks Garage today. We got a special treat for you. We got Tool Girl Lisa in the shop here today, along with this young lady, Kira. Okay? So we're gonna go and turn the camera on them so you can see what they're gonna be working on today. There we have it right there. First, let's go over to Tool Girl Lisa here. This is Tool Girl Lisa. Lisa, what are you working on here today?
My 61 Triumph.
61 Triumph? You don't sound too excited. Are you excited about it?
Oh, I get a little upset when I'm working on this car and some few words fly out of the mouth.
There's not enough beeps when Lisa does a video.
Let's just say she wasn't an alcoholic until she bought this car.
And she's still not an alcoholic, but once in a while, you know, I mean, it's okay. But so you got the engine here all tore down a little bit, right?
Yes.
I mean, a lot of parts off the engine already. Obviously, you're missing carburetors, radiator, all that good stuff. So why are you taking it all apart at this point? I mean, what are you doing next?
I gotta get everything unbolted from the body to get the body off the frame, so we can have the body sandblasted.
Okay. So the whole body all sandblasted and
check the frame, see how the frame is, make sure everything's all right. I think pretty sure it is, but we want to.
Yep, I think we determined already. We crawled into the car and checked that the frame is absolutely perfect. It's already been redone, already been all reconditioned. We're gonna go and touch up some more. Or I should say Lisa rather is going to go and touch it up some more and get the frame all redone once the body's removed. We also have her assistant here, Kira. So let's have Kira introduce herself. Kira's kind of car girl from way back. Kira has a little bit of a history in cars herself, but we're not going to go much into that right now. But we'll do a whole other video on that and a little bit of the past of this young lady right here. She's also liking to help her mom on cars type of thing and on her car, and she really likes this car. Is that right, Kira? We've been told you really like this car?
It's really cute.
She really likes this little British Triumph. So we haven't done a story yet on this car, but maybe the story on this Triumph will come out before this video appears or after. We're not quite sure yet. But either way, you'll get the full story on this Triumph coming up in a video. So again, what year is it again?
61.
61, okay. And can you tell us real quick how you ended up acquiring this car?
Well, I had a 58 that I was going to restore, but when we started tearing apart, we realized that the frame was too bad to fix or restore. So then I started looking for another one. We came across this one.
Okay.
I'm going to use the other car for donor parts.
And did you always have an obsession with Triumphs, or is this just kind of something that fell into your lap and then you're like, oh, hey, I dig that car? Or...
No. This is a car my husband brought home. Not this particular one, the other one, the 58. Brought home, and it was a car he was going to flip. And when he brought home, and I looked at it, and I says, I like that car, so we should keep it. He said, honey, we can't keep it. I bought it to flip it. I says, how many cars do you have? And then he shut up and said I could keep it.
Well, that sounds like a pretty easy win for you.
It was. It was.
The way gets your way sometimes.
That's right. All right, so we're going to go ahead and come back as you make some progress on the Triumph here today and kind of check in on you guys and see how things are rolling. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get to work on some of our own projects over here on guy stuff and let the girls go ahead and tear into this Triumph right here. So they're going to go ahead and get this tore apart, and we will check back with you soon.
Hi everyone, this is Lisa the Tool Girl. I'm going to be working on my 61 Triumph today. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do to it yet because this is my first car that I've ever restored or did anything to, so it could be something under the hood. The motor I'm unhooking because I got to get all the motor parts unhooked from the frame and the body so I can eventually get the body off of there. And I could also unhook this mess under here to get the dash out.
That hot mess?
So whatever I decide to work on, because I have a tendency to work on it and get very upset with something, so I move on to something else. So this will be in no particular order. But that's how I work on my car.
That's how I roll.
That's how I roll. This is my helper today, my daughter Kira. She's going to be helping me on my car, sandblasting a couple parts and helping me tear apart something. I'm like... This is what I was working on with the Triumph today. I was working on the unhooking the brake system. I got both bolts out down here, the pins out of these, bolts off here. I'm trying to get the pins out of there. I got the brake cable unhooked.
All right, guys, we're back here on the 61 Triumph project, and Lisa, the tool girl, is still going at it here. Let's check in with her and kind of see what she's got accomplished so far and what she's working on right now. So, Lisa, here we are to interview you once again. Can you tell us what you're working on right now?
On my 61 Triumph.
You were working on that earlier.
Yes. Same car, same place.
Can you tell us what you're working on right now?
Unhooking the fuse box and wiring harness
Okay.
so I can pull it through the body.
Can you tell us how you did that?
Yeah, I unhooked this fuse box.
Okay, fuse box, okay.
And I unhooked this thing from the body, which the wiring harness is hooked to.
All right, and there was what, 2 bolts holding that in?
Yes.
And
One
where-
busted off
Where were those 2 at?
right here. There and there, that one busted
You
off.
sure it wasn't that one and that one?
Yes.
Because it sure looks like those 2 are the
No,
same.
it's not.
Oh, it was lower? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, was there something else went up above it?
That was the fuse
Oh,
box.
Oh, the box pin, okay. All right. So
And the one busted off.
Okay, which that was
So
going to be
now-
replaced anyways, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So
All right,
now,
so now you got to get all those unhooked?
yes.
And why are you unhooking all that stuff?
To
Right
pull the
there.
wiring harness through the body to the inside, because it will be easier to do that than pull it out this way.
Okay, and get it through the firewall?
Yes.
The engine harness. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now you already unhooked this doodad here, right?
Yes. I don't know what that is.
I think that's your automatic start button for your starter. You can push it under the hood to start the car under the hood. That's a cool feature these cars had. There's a push button start under the hood that went directly to the starter. That was kind of cool.
This looks like a big fuse.
It's a flasher or a relay. It should be the flasher for your lights if there's not one inside the vehicle.
All right, I'm gonna have to
So it
undo
looks
those
like-
two.
Okay. All right. So what was you working on over here earlier?
The brake, clutch system.
And this is your wiper motor. It's already unhooked.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
That's
I
a
have to
wiper.
look that up in my book.
It's a wiper motor.
But took the bolts off here,
Brake
the
and
nuts
clutch.
off the brake and clutch there. I took them off here. Took the pins out of here. Now we gotta get these out, but they're not budging. So I can get down to those 2.
Maybe we can take some vice grips and clamp on and try to turn those anyways, because they're spring loaded too. There's a spring in there, so yeah, hopefully they'll pop out. It looks like they should just pop out. That's why there are holes on the sides
Oh, I
here.
unhooked all this too.
This bracket
This whole
here,
brake line.
this bracket here may have to come off to get this pin out.
Well.
Because it is going to hit.
I don't know.
Does it
Because
come-
that's in one of those stupid thingamajiggies that are on this car
Okay. Is it bolted in though?
that I hate.
Oh yeah, it's. There's no way to get to it.
No.
Yeah.
Unless you can get to it up under the dash.
Well, there's a bolt right there. 2 bolts right there.
Yeah. Those
And
are
of
encased
course-
in these things.
Yeah, well, these would come out then. The third one's probably going to be a nightmare. And I don't understand how we're even supposed to get to that. Unless it's under the dash. That's probably where it is, under the dash. And let's take a look under there. Yep, there it is, just a nut under the dash. Right here. Tip of my finger is kind of dark in here, but you see it up there?
Oh, yeah.
Easy to get to. This box is even rotted out right here.
Yeah, I gotta take that out.
Replace that
'cause it
too.
all bolts in right here, that whole thing. It's a
Okay.
whole piece.
Well, that's good. Cool. We'll
Take
pull
out
that
and
out and
replace it.
rebuild it. We
Well,
can
I might be
remake.
able to.
We can make one of those. We can make a new battery box for it too. Not a problem. I think I know a guy that can do that.
Yeah.
Do you know a guy that can do that?
Yeah.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. Not, I'll look and see how much. If they're not that much, I might just buy a new one.
And it's easy enough to make.
But
We can make it out of 18 gauge
I don't
steel
know.
too.
because it looks like it's molded into the bottom right here. I don't see an end to it.
If it is, we'll cut it. We'll cut it out and weld it in right there and bolt
Because
it
then you
in.
got this thing too. This comes out.
It's got to come out of there somehow. Otherwise, these bolts wouldn't be here.
Right. Because it's on that piece right there.
You know why it's like that?
No.
You know why that thing is just like that over there? For the other countries, when the steering wheel was on the
the other
passenger
side.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it could be switched back and forth.
Oh, so this could go over there.
Yep.
Okay.
Interesting, huh? For right-hand drive. But you're an American, so you're driving on this side. Like it or not, you're driving on the driver's side.
So we gotta cut all these, don't we? All these lines.
We'll cut those lines. Yeah, they're all shot anyways, and they're really, really rusty.
Yeah, I
We're gonna
hooked all
replace them
this
all.
one from the body.
We're gonna replace them all anyways, so. Alright, yeah, we gotta get those tubes out of there. See those two tubes inside that grommet? Those can be pushed out of there to the inside. And then it'll be, once all this stuff's hooked underneath here, you can get started on the dash and getting that out. There's just a lot of things to take out over here. As a matter of fact, you'll find a lot of the same holes in the firewall on this car. Like for example, you see where your steering column comes over here on this side. There's also an exit hole right here on this side. Again, for right-hand drive. Everything is almost the same on both sides of the car. You got a heater hose here and a heater hose over here. So everything is kind of flip-flopped underneath the hood. It's all exactly the same design on both sides, so they can do right-hand or left-hand drive. Something we don't see on our American cars. Cool. We're checking on Lisa the Tool Girl again, and she's working on the old Triumph again. Under the dash now, sporting her Street Freaks gear. What are you working on under there, Lisa?
Nothing yet, I'm just looking.
She's just looking.
I don't even know where to start.
Don't know where to start. Well, you deciphered your transmission tunnel can come out here soon, huh?
Yeah.
Got that all unmounted, all undone. Here, I'll drive around the other side of the car and check it out. So we can follow what you're doing there. Move some of this stuff out of the way. Whole lot of wiring. Lots of wiring. There you go, Lisa. So what you working on there?
Looking where all these wires go. So I don't know where that goes.
Yeah, that's a block of wood.
Yep.
Huh. Oh, it's all notched out and everything, so it's almost like it's made for that section of the car right there. What's this, just a shield of some kind?
I think so.
Well, at least transmission tunnel's ready to come out, so that's good. Then we get a much better look at the sloppy job they've done on the floor replacement. Yeah, I think we're sitting pretty good. And we gotta look for the key bolt to hold the dash in, and then just kind of drop the dash down, and then you can get the all the wiring unhooked and stuff. Once you get it dropped down. Oh, that dash looks pretty simple to come out.
I'm glad you think so.
Those are cute little vent hoses. You know, cute little thing. It's only about an inch big.
I don't have one over here.
Oh, and the vent things are metal too. That means you can blast them and redo them and make them look like new. Most of your components under the dash here that I see is all heater. It's all heater. That one big giant component in the middle is heater.
Mm-hmm. And all the wires run behind it to the gauges.
I wonder if that's your horn or what that is.
I don't know what that is. There's nothing hooked to it.
Unless that's a starter. I doubt it. I guess I don't know if these cars start with the ignition or...
Well, I guess there is something hooked to the top of it.
Yeah, well, that kind of looks like vacuum, but... Probably going to feel like an idiot when I figure out what that is, because it's probably pretty obvious.
Well, it is a British car, so who knows?
What's the matter with a British car?
Nothing's the matter with it.
Can't be too much matter with them because you like them.
Be my dimmer switch.
Yep. Looks like it. But actually, the mechanics of it all look really simple. And I would bet that these levers underneath here rotate this thing or something. Oh, oh, that's how you open your heater. Turn your heater on. Check that out. That's how you shut your heater off.
Really?
Yeah, that's how you turn it on.
Huh.
Slick, huh?
Yeah.
Just one big heater unit.
Where's the knob though to turn it?
It'll be up here. One of these controls up here. All right, so anything interesting happened, Lisa? We're gonna go ahead and focus on you now. Anything interesting happened?
Yeah, I got 6 bolts out in less than an hour on this car. First time ever that has happened.
She's working hard on this thing. She's bound and determined she's gonna do this Triumph on her own, and we're just gonna give her a hand here and there as she needs it, as she calls for help. But in the meantime, she's gonna keep working on it on her own. So you got anything else to say to anybody out there, Lisa?
Stay tuned for my next part. I decided to tear
How
apart.
about any of the girls out there that might be watching? Any of the ladies that might be watching? Anything to say to them?
You can do it.
Can do it.
Just order a car.
So we're gonna cut loose right here, and come back at you with the next one. We'll follow up with her again and see how she's doing. Maybe later on tonight or tomorrow or something, or the next day or whatever. But all right, we'll check back with you later then, Lisa.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye. They're here and they're freaking cool.
Now is your chance to sport your very own Street Freaks Garage gear.
With hoodies, t-shirts, red cap shop shirts, and the very cool old school red cap club jacket.
Hoodies and tees available in both black and lime green.
Beanies and caps are coming in soon, and don't forget, you get a free decal with each and every Street Freaks item ordered.
Isn't it time to get your freak on? Order yours now.